Shocking once again. We're talking racism. Yes, we could use the word alleged, racist comments made on former Cameroon international Pierre Webo. But you were there. What really happened?
Good morning, and thank you for having me this beautiful morning. Let me say beautiful morning. I'm still struggling anyway. I'm still trying to get into the morning. It's wow. It's I'm still looking for the word because it's unimaginable that in 2020 we can still have something like this in 2020, where an official that is supposed to uphold the rule and the law of the game, and now the one causing, division with divisive and racial slur. It's an eyesore yesterday, because when it happened, before we got the glimpse, the full picture of what's happening, we just saw. At first, we thought it was Dem Baba that was red carded, and it was later we got to know it was Webo that, that's the fourth official had used a racial language to call him, allegedly, like you rightly said, allegedly. But it was, he had the microphone, so it was very loud and clear, and the fans were not there. It was very, very loud. Everybody, I mean, those that were there, they could hear him. So it was an eyesore yesterday at the Parc des Princes.
Right, it's actually confusing, Tolu. Some have said that the referee was describing Webo as the black man, while others said he used the N-word. Regardless of what he used, the Baba made a statement. He said, "You do not describe a white man saying that white man there, but you describe a black man saying that black man there." And this is 2020. We've had COVID. We've had so many things. Now we're talking racism again.
Look, the problem, as far as I'm concerned, is the fact that I think over the years we have thought that everybody accepts that racism in football, in sports generally, is a big thing. And I think we all felt that it was down to fellow players who were guilty of racist slur against team fellow players, and most especially fans and supporters. I don't think anyone thought that it was rife amongst officials. And that's something that's even shocked even me. Like I said at the top of the show, the only time I've ever heard of an official maybe racially abuse a player was when, I think it was John Mikel Obi back in the day, I think it was a couple of years ago, when he did accuse, who was thinking it was Mark Clattenburg, of a racist slur against him. There were investigations carried out then, and it really wasn't substantiated. So that that was water under the bridge back then. But for this one, I think it's brought to the fore that the issue of racism in sport is a lot bigger than we actually think it is. If an official can allegedly do what the fourth official was alleged to have said, it just shows you that there's a lot to be done. The same officials who are supposed to respond if there are racist slurs or racist abuse during a football game, themselves using a racist word, it just shows you that education is not just for the players and supporters, it's probably for administrators now and for football officials.
Now to you, Babatunde, it happened to an Istanbul Basaksehir official, but we saw the response from the PSG players as well, deciding to support, what happened, on the day. And later, after like 2 hours, we also heard that the official said, okay, they are going to use another official to referee the game. Do you, when you think about that, do you think that that's a level of insensitivity? Because it just doesn't make any sense.
I think UEFA must think we are fools. Let me use that word, because how will you take someone who's on the pitch, a fourth official that just use a racial language, the N-word, to describe someone, and now you say, okay, the solution is to take him to the VAR room and substituting with someone in the VR. That's stupidity of the highest order, because that means this guy's, let's just continue this game. You don't do that. That's uncalled for. And I like the response from the players, like you asked. PSG players as well. We've got colored players in PSG. Neymar in September he said he was racially abused by Marseille defender. And so now if this is happening to someone also who's black, who's colored, so you expect all of them to also react. They reacted very, very well. I love their response. I love their reaction. They all agreed to leave the pitch. And even when they were saying they could come back, they would change the guys, PSG players said, no, we're standing our ground. And this is the kind of voice that we need. This is the kind of message we want to pass out there. Remember when Marega tried leaving the pitch, the Porto player? His own teammates stopped him from leaving. So, but when we have situations like this, then it's a message you're sending to UEFA that I think it's high time, and it's an high so that this is from an official, not a fan, not
the players,
from an official. So the players all stood their ground. I love that about them. I had a chit chat with Patrick Kumboma, who was there also. He said to him, the greatest achievement for tonight is PSG player agreeing to leave the pitch with Basaksehir's player. And I also asked him, Webo is a Cameroonian. Now, what do you think? He said, no, it's not about Webo. We are not talking about Webo. No, you're talking about the colored players. We need to stand up for ourselves. We need to send this message across. And for me, as a black man, the greatest achievement for tonight is PSG player agreeing to leave the pitch with Basaksehir's player.
All right, finally, before we let you go, Babatunde, we've talked about every single thing, but what do you think UEFA should do to stop this rot called racism in football?
Thank you for asking that. I almost forget. We should put a name to this fourth official, because if it has been the other way around, the names will be all over the news. Sebastian Calesu of Romania should lose his license. He shouldn't be allowed to near anything called football again. As a matter of fact, if possible, he should be jailed. 5 months, 6 months, a year. That's the message. When you send a message like that out there, people look, I think UEFA is now, they are taking this thing seriously. Yeah, we see them say no to racism, but what are the actions? Start actions like this, make him a culprit, make him an example to others. And if that guy could do that, I'm sure there are officials like that that will still, one day want to do something like this. But if there's an action now towards what he did, against what he did, then that's the message. Lose your license. Don't be allowed near anything football. I mean, why would you say you should even go to the VAR in the first place?
All right, thank you very much, Babatunde. We'll catch up on Twitter and have further conversations. It's a very big one. Thank you very much, international journalist Babatunde Ojora, ensuring that he sheds light on what happened last night in the game between PSG and Istanbul Basaksehir here.